this one, right? Hello? Testing?
Stop.
Testing. All right, tell me when. Live from Studio 16 with your host, Kiro Nakla.
Good morning, and welcome to this week's of Crusader Country, where we catch up activities in and around ALJ. I'm Kiro Nakla. Let's get on with the show. It was a year ago this week that the first coronavirus case was discovered in New York. In other coronavirus news, it's official. The U.S. now has authorized COVID-19 vaccines, limited COVID-19 vaccine supplements appointment scheduling frustrations. Just 2 of the facing her as third vaccine rolled out. But even as the new one-dose shot is available, work is already being done to make all 3 better. Let's take a look.
First, it was Pfizer-BioNTech, then Moderna, and now Johnson & Johnson.
It's very good news. Now we have 3 important tools against this virus.
Saturday, the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine got emergency use authorization from the Food and Drug Administration. Sunday, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention gave their thumbs up, and by Sunday night, nearly 4 million doses were starting to ship out. It'll start getting into arms as early as Tuesday. This vaccine can be kept at regular refrigerator temperature, and it only takes 1 dose. In U.S. trials, it's considered 72% effective, with 86% protection against severe forms of COVID-19. Not as high as Pfizer and Moderna, but medical experts say you can't really compare them.
It's hard to compare them side by side because they were tested at different times.
Getting a third vaccine right now is critical. In a statement, the CDC director said it comes at a, quote, potentially pivotal time. CDC's latest data suggests that recent declines in COVID-19 cases may be stalling and potentially leveling off at still very high numbers, something other health experts are worried about too. And if history is any indication,
If we do this and start coming up, then we're going to go right back to the road of rebounding.
This is not the time to relax restrictions. We've got to get through the next couple of months.
and get as many people vaccinated as possible. I'm Britt Conway reporting.
That was a great video, guys. I urge everyone to get vaccinated so we could all go through this pandemic together. There are hearings going on in Washington to clarify who did what during the Capitol riots that took place last month. FB1 Director Christopher Wray faced tough questions in Washington Tuesday about January the 6th Capitol. Intersection lawmakers pressed him on when he knew about threats to the Capitol and how and when that information was shared with relevant law enforcement agencies. Let's take a look at that video.
Truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
In his first congressional testimony since the attack on the Capitol, FBI Director Christopher Wray, appointed by former President Trump, put a dagger into the conspiracy theories pushed by some Trump supporters about what happened that day.
Has there so far been any evidence that the January 6th riot here, the insurrection, was organized by people simply posing as supporters of President Trump?
We have not seen any evidence of that, certainly at this
Is there
stage.
any evidence at all that it was organized or planned or carried out by groups like Antifa or Black Lives Matter?
We have not seen any evidence to that effect thus far in the investigation.
And is there any doubt that the people who stormed the Capitol included white supremacists and other far-right extremist organizations?
There's no doubt that it included individuals that we would call militia violent extremists, and then in some instances, individuals that were racially motivated violent extremists.
Wray also explained in detail the warnings his agency found online before the insurrection.
This was information posted online under a moniker or a pseudonym. It was unvetted, uncorroborated information, but it was, and it was somewhat aspirational in nature, but it was concerning.
The information came from the FBI's Norfolk field office, warning of violent war at the Capitol. The Washington Post reported the FBI bulletin quoted individuals saying, "Be ready to fight. Go there ready for war. We get our president or we die." Former Capitol Police Chief Stephen Sun testified last month that the details were only disseminated via email the day before the attack, but Wray disagreed.
That information was quickly, as in within an hour, disseminated and communicated with our partners, including the U.S. Capitol Police, including Metro PD, in not one, not two, but 3 different ways.
Ray explained the bulletin was first emailed to members of the Joint Terrorism Task Force, which includes officers from the Capitol and Metropolitan Police Departments. Then there was a verbal briefing to members of those departments at the command post. And finally, it was posted on the law enforcement portal available to agencies around the country.
The information was raw, it was unverified. In a perfect world, we would have taken longer to be able to figure out whether it was reliable, but we made the judgment, our folks made the judgment, to get that information to the relevant people as quickly as possible.
For getting that wonderful video. Honestly, the things that are happening right now are very tough, but we could all get through this together, no matter what party you are. There is some news for Beatles fans. Are you listening, Mr. Scardilli?
Yeah.
He's been writing songs for 75 years and soon to be making their own things, such as Profile, Work Could Only Belong to Sir Paul McCartney. He's releasing a new rock of more than 150 lyrics called The Lyrics 1956 to the Present. The 2-volume set has 960 pages, which of course include more than just lyrics never before seen. Drafts, letters, and photographs from McCartney's personal archive are also in the book. The former Beatle says he's often been asked to write an autobiography, but his lyrics catalog his life experience in a similar way. Rather odd things about the rock songs are presented in alphabetical order, not chronologically. The Lyrics 1956 to the Present releases November 2nd. It's currently priced at $100 on Amazon, but that price could fluctuate before the book's release. We're looking forward to that. Yeah. I want to thank you guys for joining today's show. We want to give a special shout out March 3rd to Mrs. Judy Scardilli. It's her birthday. Happy birthday.
Hey Jude, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Who loves you? No. Good job, Kiro. We did it.
No problem. I hope you guys stay safe. Keep your distance. This is Kiro Nakla from Studio 16. Peace out.